hate getting set up for these things when I'm not vlogging and using my arm because I'm trying to use my ring light and be semi-professional for you guys, and I'm, I'm, I'm too tall. So, hold on. No! Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hello, good people of the internet, and welcome back to a long overdue Harley recommended reading list part 2. It's been very, very requested, and I've been very behind. So we're gonna just kind of get into it. There's a lot more current things in this one. There's a lot of things that are available in trade right now, or things that have come out recently. For example, there's a currently ongoing series, for example. So we're gonna dive into that. We're gonna do some that are kind of continuations of a recommendation in the last video. So yeah, I think my little Harley earrings. But I got them at a con. I don't know who made them. If I find her again, I will eventually tell everyone. But anyway, let's dive right on into the recommendation. Also, if you stick around to the end, I'll show you like maybe 3 sneak peek items from my upcoming giveaway on Instagram. So if you want, some sneaky peeks, you might want to stick around. So, okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is this super, super cute, and I was like surprised how much I love this, Harley Quinn Breaking Glass by Mariko Tamaki and Stephen Pug, and I'm hoping I said their names correctly. If I didn't, I'm so sorry. If you've been around a little while, you know I'm terrible at names. I try to learn to pronounce them, and then I end up failing. But yeah, first one I want to recommend, Breaking Glass. This is not necessarily an in-continuity type thing. It's not entirely wrong, but it's a different look at an origin of Harley, and I think it's definitely worth a read if you just want something enjoyable to sit back and read of Harley. So, let's talk about the book. Harley Quinn Breaking Glass is about a 15-year-old Harley who's broke and sent to live in Gotham. In Gotham, she befriends Ivy. They plan to do things to help the neighborhood together. This story also involves her friendship with Mama, a drag queen, and of course, what's a Harley origin story without the Joker? This is a fun read. I definitely recommend it, and if that sounds interesting to you, then pick it up. I think you'll enjoy it. Up next, we're going to take something in the opposite direction of like a more youth-friendly and into something more for adults. It's a Black Label series. It's super good, and I think it's definitely under talked about. I don't know why more people aren't hyping this series up. It's everything that I have been begging for Harley for a long time. It is a look into the more psychology side of Harley, the smart Harley, less of the antics, which I mean, obviously I love antic Harley, I love silly Harley, I love all of that, but like this is really an approach to smart Harley and all of that, and I love it. So you probably already figured out what I'm talking about. Joker Harley, Criminal Sanity. This is by Cami Garcia, Miko Suyan, and Mike Mayhew, and I probably butchered more names. My bad, I'm trying. But yeah, great stuff. Definitely more of a true crime, like a crime drama feeling. If you like that sort of thing, then this is probably right up your alley. It's more serious, it's more dark. Harley is definitely not associated with the Joker, so. Joker Harley, Criminal Sanity, is more of a serial killer being hunted by a forensic psychologist, Harley Quinn. So you're dealing with Harley Quinn being brought in to catch this killer. But along with trying to find a killer, there's also this Joker guy. Questionable. And on top of that, you're getting flashbacks to Harley's past. This story is beautifully illustrated, absolutely captivating to read, and you really get into it. Like, trust me when I say this is an underrated gem. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this. They absolutely should be. This is one of my favorite series of recent years, and I highly recommend checking it out if you like forensic stories, true crime, crime dramas, things like that. This will definitely be up your alley. Alright, up next, I don't know why I don't go into specific Batman storylines very often, and I really should, and I think I will more often. Dig through, find some of my favorite Batman main storyline, or like Detective Comics main storyline, main continuity involvements of Harley within like Batman's universe and things like that. Like Metal, you know, all Harley's appearances and other people's things. For example, the next one I want to talk about is a very recent one, Batman Joker War, the Joker War arc, which a lot of people, there was a lot of who do you like better, Punchline or Harley, when this was coming out, and obviously I'm picking Harley, but the series was still pretty good. This little run, Harley looked pretty cool. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about what goes on in this one. In Batman the Joker War, things have went really south for Batman. Joker's taken over the city with his new henchwoman, Punchline, and Harley is one of the few people that Batman can seem to really rely on in all this to help him. Who would know better how to deal with this kind of villain threat? Joker and his new beau? I think Harley's probably the best girl for the job. Plus, look at how cool she looks. This one's definitely fun. Great read. Definitely if you're a fan of Harley in continuity, this is one for you. Alright, a few months ago, DC did DC Future State with a lot of really great stories, a lot of individual characters got stories, a lot of new characters are introduced. Everyone fell in love with Yara Flor as Wonder Woman, like chef's kiss. I am also in the Yara Flor fangirl club. She is amazing. But along with that, something else I fell in love with was Future State Harley Quinn. And I mean, come on, look at her. Look at her. Anyway, this 2 issues, but I have many, but it's 2 issues, so it's really not that hard to grab. Completely jumps in time, so it's kind of its own condensed story. You don't really need to know anything else to read this. So yeah, these are excellent. 2 issues. These 2. Let's talk about them and why they're so great. Harley Quinn Future State 1 and 2 are 2 of the most beautifully illustrated books I've ever seen. The story is phenomenal. It's a fun, kind of punkish Harley look with the intelligent Harleen Quinzel underneath it. And I think that's a perfect blend for a lot of people. This is a very well-loved book. It's about Harley needing to help Scarecrow deal with some villains in the future. And I can't really explain much beyond that. Don't want to spoil it. Again, it's only 2 issues. Pick them up. Trust me, you're gonna love it. There's a reason that this had to go into another printing. Since we were talking about Future State Harley Quinn, let's talk about the new current solo series, the Infinite Frontier Harley Quinn series, which is coincidentally also written by Stephanie Phillips, who is now the new solo Harley writer. And obviously, I'm feeling it. It's a lot of fun. I think Riley Rossmo's art is very interesting, and it seems to be like very conflicting for some people. They either love it or they're not so keen on it. And I think it's great. I love the art, but also I think you need to take a look at it as being kind of inside Harley's head and inside that chaos. So kind of take a minute to look at it that way, and maybe that will help you. But I'm actually really digging this. This is a fun one. So let's talk about the story. In the aftermath of the Joker War, Harley's trying to get back on her feet and kind of deal with everything she's done wrong in Gotham and making it up to Gotham. So Harley Quinn Infinite Frontier is Harley kind of trying to play it good, but in her own way. She's helping Batman as best as Harley can, and she's making new friends. Like Kevin. Hi, Kevin. But this is a great story. This is definitely a series worth jumping in on. And yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. And I think it's something new fans and old fans alike can enjoy and appreciate. Up next is a series that was digital first, so you could only read it online through like the DC app or Comixology or whatever. You had to get it that way. I did read quite a few issues of it through that way, but then eventually I was just like, I'm gonna wait the rest of the stories out until it comes out paperback, which it finally did, and now I get to talk about it, and that's part of why this took so long. It is Harley Quinn Black, White, and Red. This is like kind of like an anthology of Harley stories. It's a ton of different writers, a ton of different artists, each doing different takes on Harley, different little stories. There's everything from happy, silly, goofy stories that are just fun to read to heartbreaking or just really emotional and really good, like good stories that I definitely recommend. And especially if you watched the last recommendation video and you liked Harleen or White Knight. The very first story is called Harleen Red, and it's by Saint name. Yeah, by the same person who made Harleen. And there is a Harley Quinn Black, White Knight, and Red story, which is in the White Knight universe about Harley and Batman, and I love it. Those two are probably my favorites. But there's some great, like, more fun ones, stuff like that. But yeah, let's talk about it a little bit more. Harley Quinn Black, White, and Red is an insanely beautiful collection of stories with continuations of some of my favorite stories, some fun news stories, cute Harley and Ivy moments, heartbreaking Joker moments, some sort of sillier stories. But I definitely recommend you pick up Harley Quinn Black, White, and Red, the trade. It is so good. There's so many good stories, and there's so much to love about this book. You probably knew this was coming, or you may not have known this was coming. I don't know. But I recommended White Knight, Batman White Knight, in my previous video, which is linked below if you want to check it out. So it's pretty pertinent to Harley is the follow-up, Batman Curse of the White Knight. This is the follow-up to Batman White Knight, and there's definitely some amazing Harley stuff in this book. There's a reason that White Knight Harley is currently like my favorite. Like, I eat up everything. You can't see it. You can't see it because she's in the way, but I have a White Knight poster, White Knight Harley Quinn poster back there. I'm so sorry the thing has decided to move. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Curse of the White Knight. Batman Curse of the White Knight. This is a further exploration into the aftermath of Batman White Knight. More to do with what's going on with Harley and Jack and what's going on with Batman and Harley. Trust me when I say this book will kind of break your heart and kind of fill you with joy and kind of do everything you have wanted from a comic for so long. I don't want to show you too much of the inside, but just trust me, this book makes me so happy. Anyway, I saved the best for last, and you can probably guess what it is if you know that it's out and I accidentally just reeled the corner of it. But this book means a lot to me. I'm very passionate about this book. I'm very, very, very like obsessed with it. This is my favorite. And there's a lot about this book, which I'll get into, that is very special to me in my heart. And this will probably make it live on as like my favorite Harley book of all time. Which, if you watched the other video, that means this surpassed Batman White Knight for me, which was my favorite at that time. But this just wrapped up a few months ago. The trade literally just came out last week. So it's Batman White Knight presents Harley Quinn by Katana Collins, Sean Murphy, Mateo Scalera, David Stewart did the art, and Anwarl Design did the lettering. Yeah, I know it that well. But yeah, this book means a ton to me, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do a little bit of a brag. I mean, it's not much. It's not much of a brag, because I got I always feel awkward telling this story because, like, in a way I feel like it's a brag, and I mean it is a brag, but I also feel like it's a dumb brag because, like, my help was as much as a toddler. So, but this is the Harley Noir suit, which also I definitely recommend you get the hardback. Like, if you have single issues, go ahead and get this, because this is Under the Dust jacket is insanely beautiful. But this is the Harley Noir suit. This is the new suit. Spoiler alert. This is the new suit Harley gets in the series, and I got to help name it. Sean Murphy, who is super cool, super nice person. He and Katana both have been amazing to me, and I think the world of them. They let me help pick the name for some reason, and like talk to me a lot about the series as it was coming out, and I'm eternally appreciative to both of them because that's above and beyond what anyone can really expect. So I'm very sentimental about this series. I'm very emotional in a way. Like, this is my tiny contribution in the grand scheme of things to Harley and her history, and like it was in my favorite series, and yeah, I love it. I'm really excited. Let's talk about the story. Set in the aftermath of Curse of the White Knight, this is Harley on her own for reasons I can't explain. But what happens when Harley kind of has to take reins and go back into being Dr. Harleen Quinzel and less Harley Quinn? An identity crisis happens, and we get one of the most humanizing looks at Harley Quinn that I've ever seen. There's beautiful flashbacks about the Joker, an origin story for how she got Bud and Lou, and all kinds of other wonderful, delicious greatness that we have been crying for in the Harley fandom. Also, I just want to take a minute to like show off this because this is one of my pride and joy things. Also, I want to just note for a minute that Crab Rangoon is Harley's favorite, and it's my favorite too, so we're basically the same person. So that is my second recommended reading list for you guys for Harley. So if you are new or you're wanting to get into Harley, check out that first video. Check out this video, which by this point I guess you have. Anyway, check those videos out. Take my advice. Read. Check those things out. Definitely Harley Quinn Black, White, and Red if you're not entirely sure what sort of Harley you vibe with. There's a great variety in there. There's classic Harley, there's villain Harley, there's like heroic Harley, there's silly Harley, there's serious Harley, there's Harley with Ivy, there's Harley and Joker. All the Harleys that you could want are in there. Like, it's a good way of figuring out a direction you want to go and like where maybe you want to go next with Harley reading or watching or whatever. It's worth it, trust me. I am next working on a also highly requested Suicide Squad reading order list or reading recommendation list, whichever way I end up deciding to do it. I will do it in order though, so yeah, and I'll have that up before the movie, so don't worry. And I will have a movie review. I may do a come with me, or I may just do a review like this. We will see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I will see you. Oh, hey, the giveaway. You almost let me forget about the giveaway. Hold on. Okay, so the first item that I'm going to show you that is in the giveaway is this Harley Quinn head plushie small pillow thing. Not this cup. That cup is mine. This plushie, though, it's going to be given away when I get to 20,000 followers on Instagram. So if you're not following me, you need to head on over there and follow so that you can get in on this action because, yeah, I think we all enjoy free Harley stuff. Oh, glares. The next thing, there we go, is this vile and villainous mouse pad from Six Flags. So I want to grab something kind of exclusive, something with a classic Harley on it. So this is another little part of the giveaway. And the last item that's going to be in this giveaway, or it's not the last item that's going to be in the giveaway, it's the last one I'm showing a sneak peek of, at least for today, is a signed copy of Batman White Knight Presents Harley Quinn #6, signed by Sean Murphy, and Katana Collins. And this is the Harley Noir suit, which I just got done telling you guys about and why that's so special to me. So that's why I wanted that one in the giveaway, and I wanted to go ahead and have a signed one in the giveaway. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next video, and we will talk more Harley stuff. Bye.